This hillside may look ordinary, but it's a testament to operating with integrity, involving the community, protecting the environment, and giving back. The whole community counted on Green Group Holdings to be that kind of economic development partner. Long before it was cool to be green, company president Ernest Kaufman was launching municipal waste and recycling projects to protect the environment. Today, he's assembled a world-class team of professionals that set the standard for large-scale environmental permitting and infrastructure development projects.
We start with transparency, explaining to everyone in the community what our project is about, how we'll protect the environment, and how we'll give back, improving the communities through our host agreements and our partnerships.
From day one, the Green Group Holdings team makes sure that civic groups, regulators, elected officials, and our neighbors have all the information they need about how a project is coming along.
Our projects are long-term. We're committed to being a good neighbor, not just for days or months, but for years, for the long haul, for true partnerships with our communities.
Green Group Holdings has designed and produced successful infrastructure development projects, including industrial parks, transfer stations, solid waste landfills, and recycling facilities in communities across the country. These projects boost the community's bottom line through property tax revenues and host fees paid on every ton of waste received at a landfill. Communities can use this new revenue to fund road repair, community services, volunteer fire departments, and other critical infrastructure projects. An excellent example of Green Group Holdings' public-private development partnership is Meriwether Park in Georgia, 1,800 acres of mixed-use development. The Turkey Run landfill operates on a small section of the property. Trees and conservation land surround the landfill, providing a natural buffer with the neighbors. There's an industrial park that continues to grow and bring new jobs, more than 900 jobs. With new workers living in the community, the surrounding restaurants, convenience stores, and other vendors see real economic growth.
Well, we've been excited about the job increase that it's brought to the area. We've had employees that'll come downtown and they'll eat and they'll shop, and maybe their families will move here and just add to the spirit of the town.
Managing waste and recyclables is a highly regulated industry with federal, state, and local laws. Green Group Holdings creates designs that put the environment first. All landfills are lined with an impermeable liner system. A synthetic liner is backed by 2 feet of compacted clay, ensuring that nothing permeates the groundwater. Any water in the landfill cells is gathered by the leachate collection system and stored in a tank. Ultimately, the leachate is cleaned at a treatment plant. We constantly monitor levels in the leachate collection system, making sure they meet federal and state standards. Green Group Holdings installs groundwater monitoring wells around the site, again meeting all permit requirements. The landfill operates in small sections called cells. Each day, when a section of a cell is used, it is covered by 6 inches of soil, or its equivalent, to cap the site prior to the next day's activities. The landfill is also required to have a stormwater retention pond. Green Group Holdings prides itself on the fact that it creates stormwater retention ponds in excess of federal standards to ensure that back-to-back 100-year storms do not affect water retention associated with the site. Our years of expertise in the business have allowed us to invest money in areas that address safety and environmental concerns. These are the areas that are important to residents, elected officials, regulators, and us. When a project is designed correctly from the beginning, the community can rest assured that it's being done right. The Green Group Holdings team did something at Meriwether Park that had never been done before. They worked with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to restore the Blue Creek watershed basin that runs through the Meriwether Park property to its original creek bed. Back in the 1950s, farmers straightened out streams to drain the land quickly. A big rain would cause heavy erosion. The Corps of Engineers worked with us to reestablish the natural curves of Blue Creek.
No one had ever heard of the Army Corps of Engineers getting excited to work on a stream project near a landfill. But when they saw the quality of our testing and designs, they said, this is the model of how it should always be done.
The environment is cared for, and the people too. Green Group Holdings sets up property value insurance, protecting the land values of everyone around the site.
Not only do we guarantee that our neighbors receive the appraised value of their homes if they decide to sell, but we've also seen neighbors sell their property for large profits. Our projects have increased property values.
In an ordinary spot in the country, Green Group Holdings saw potential. They knew how to partner with the community, keeping everyone informed every step of the way. Their team has years of experience, understanding regulations, understanding how to build projects that are safe for the environment, bringing jobs and revenue to a community for years and years to come. Green Group Holdings, a model of how development should always be done.